There are several categories of TV broadcasts concerning CAIR. There are stories about hijabs, calls for people's termination, exploiting other people's tragedy, inserting themselves into news stories that have nothing to do with them, and of course, self-promotion. You could hardly miss CAIR's Sacramento Executive Director Basim Elkara at the celebration of Hamid Hyatt's release from prison. He is practically in every frame. That's probably because CAIR gave the station a pre-edited video package of the event. However, never discussed is exactly what role CAIR played in getting Hyatt out of prison. But why deny them the celebration for whatever part they played in his release, even if some of it seems a bit over the top? Still, although it may be too soon for some to bring this up, according to the judges, Hyatt's release is because of an inadequate defense. A defense handled by former CAIR Sacramento Executive Director Wazima Mojadidi. No amount of grandstanding is going to change the fact that the CAIR people had a decisive role in getting Hyatt locked up. So what about Basim's performance? Well, he gives the impression of someone trying to look busy, not someone who is organized enough to turn their phone off before prayer service. It isn't as if he has something better to do. Basim uses his gravitas to talk to people across the room with his hands. Why didn't he just use his phone to ask for a drink of water? Shouldn't he be spending this energy preventing another Hamid Hyatt from occurring? Something that everyone seems to agree on is Hamid Hyatt was a jihad enthusiast. He had 2 books by professional jihad warrior Masood Azhar and a scrap album with articles about Azhar. He liked things jihad. He posted and talked tough. This time, it made him the target of an investigation, followed by an inadequate defense by associates of CAIR. Just how many other Muslims are there out there who harbor similar feelings as Hamid Hyatt? Will CAIR teach them with media campaigns to not follow the ways of Masood Azhar? There's no sign of anything like that on the horizon. In fact, while Hamid Hyatt was standing trial, CAIR was suing Andrew Whitehead of Anti-CAIR for telling the truth about America's largest Muslim civil rights and advocacy group. So many of CAIR's TV broadcasts are about disciplining non-Muslims, telling them what they can do, what they can say, and who needs termination from their employment. CAIR is more concerned with keeping us as non-believers in line than they are in preventing Muslims from going astray. People like Hamid Hyatt can explore jihad while the rest of us have to stay in our place and keep quiet. In this particular case, CAIR's laissez-faire policy towards jihad in America may have helped to take 14 years out of this man's life. Despite it not really helping people like Hamid Hyatt, being America's Sharia police remains the self-appointed role of the Council on American Islamic Relations.